Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 90 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration. And in previous episode we took some measurements from Vall. So Jeb has decided to go actually in the simulator and do some tests. So the deal is that to identify how much delta V do we need for landing. So we're taking 4.8 mark. We're not here counting how much it takes to stop in the orbit around Vall. We just want to know how much is to land and to go back, roughly. So we will be taking 4.48 or something as 4.5 as the initial start for the calculation. Since Jeb has the most experience when working with simulators, obviously it is up to him to determine whether or not this should be a feasible endeavor. So, yeah, I'll leave it to you, Jeb. So, now I'm just trying to kill my science alert because it's a little bit annoying the heck out of me, but what can you do? So, because this is a simulation, we don't care about the science results anyway. So, sunrise over Vall, and we are trying to see if and how much of our delta V we can kill for the landing. So, by the way, I'm playing this as I think 2 or 3 times acceleration roughly, so you don't feel it as accelerated, but yeah, I guess the simulation will be a good portion of this endeavor, and after that we do have some more Laythe business to attend to. Okay, but let's see where we end up with. I'm keeping on the retrograde marker. Initial burn would be 661 meters per second, roughly. But this is not a complete landing tally, so yeah. With the probe data retrieved from ScanSat, we have accurate topology mapping and height maps, so Jeb can actually do a very accurate simulation in terms of landing. So, executing the burn. I mean, given that we are using nukes, it's a long-ish burn, so I'm a little bit reluctant as in terms of our landing site. We'll see where we end up, and deploying the landing legs. Just trying to kill as much horizontal velocity, which is 470. What we are shooting for is the big valley after this mountain. I'm kind of hoping to use that one for landing site, so let's see how we will fare in that respect. Checking a little bit more, and I don't want to be stopping too early because I would be landing on a freaking mountain. So, yeah, let's just observe. We still have horizontal 300 meters per second, and vertical speed is starting to pick up, so that's something that we want to keep our eyes on. Time to impact 2 minutes, roughly. So right now I'm trying to burn to kill both horizontal and some degree of vertical velocity. I'm still trying to figure out which slope we will end up. I'm just hoping that we pass that hill at the bottom. That's why I haven't burned yet, but our vertical speed is accelerating, so you don't want to be landing at too high vertical velocity because then you're doing the litho braking. And you're gonna end up as a splatter on the surface of Vall. Something green that it's not easily identifiable, I guess. I'd like to avoid that situation if possible. So yes, horizontal speed 50 meters per second, burning to reduce it even further, vertical speed picking up to 100, and the impact time being reduced to 1 minute. Okay. And 1.5 slope for the landing. I really like that. I really like that angle or slope. So let's try and keep it. Let's try and keep it level. Oh, 6.4. I like that one less, but okay. I guess we are close to a slope, so maybe I'll just do a visual inspection once we are actually close. Making sure to kill off the vertical speed. And I'm always guided by the impact time, so when it comes to 40 I raise it to 50, 30 to 40, and then 20 to 30, etc, etc. So I'm gradually decreasing my overall speed while also keeping into account velocity. Oh, and 10 degrees slope. Okay, I'm liking this less and less. Jeb, please mind your step. Ah, that's that slope. Okay, so let's just burn on the side and make sure that we get the hell out of Dodge here. 20, 24, so I'm just making sure. 11, a little less, come on, please. 9, 10, oh boy. Maybe I shouldn't have fiddled with this. 13 degrees is getting better by the minute, and 18 seconds to impact. Okay, I think I'm trying to actually gauge where I'm supposed to be landing. That flat area doesn't look too shabby. Well, 12 degrees. Where was this nice flat place with 1 degree? Okay, well, we're calculating a landing anyway, so looking for a landing place I guess does qualify as well. 2, 6, 7 meters per second, and boink, and bam. Typical Jeb landing. Overall we survived, but since this is a simulation I don't care. Okay, and the total tally was around 3.8. So it's, or actually even more, so I guess it is a bit expensive. So also calculating how much the transfer would it to be and the low delta V, or not the low thrust to weight of this lander, I don't think it's really efficient to take this lander to Vall. So I'm actually thinking I'll take it to some other place. That being said, we still have our final deployer, like impactor probe, to land, as you remember, and I'm really trying to do all the necessary preparations just to make sure that we really hit land this time. So still don't have the trajectories mod, but I'm quietly optimistic and hoping to be able to actually go with it. So yes, let's see how that will hold up. Reel chute, I'm just making sure that I control what I'm putting into the reel chutes, and then I'm arming the chutes just to make sure that they are 100% correct. Preparing my maneuver node that should hopefully get me a good chance of going over landmass, at least I'm hoping it will. I'm also trying to factor in that the lathe will actually rotate, so I'm hoping that should be the desired outcome. So let's see. Okay. Setting up the burn. And with the signal delays, then we will definitely put the stack separator after that, and then after that we want to... I guess this is the last impactor, so we don't really care to raise the periapsis again. The carrier will end up as a wreck in the Sagan Sea, or landmass, whatever. So yeah, this is a one-way trip anyway. So preparing, getting ready, we do have the signal, which is great. That's at least what I've been hoping for until now. And we're coming up on the burn, retrograde or deorbit burn. Burning at 12.50%, not to be too high on the thrust. Screenshot. Okay, and we are definitely landing this time. Anyway, the continent below is not the one that I'm aiming for, so there is another continent coming. And it's a big continent, so I'm actually hoping to hit it this time. And we're done with the retrograde burn, and then we have stack separator decoupling in like a couple of seconds, so here we go, and come on. Oh, decouple already, will ya, please? Yeah, either I've miscalculated something or... Yeah, oh, okay, here we go. Beautiful. I wanted to take this picture without the GUI. Just looks so much better. And as you can see below, there's a continent coming. So we did the autosave. The chute is armed, the deployer is over there, so we don't care about it unless it hits us on the way back, which I'm hoping it won't. I'm making sure that in 15 minutes I'll activate another Communitron, and here we go. Here is our landmass, a couple of continents, and I'm actually very optimistic regarding this one. Looks good so far. Come on, I want that science. Oh, and we have a beautiful jewel rise. Oh, I guess this will be a screenshot for this episode for sure. Perfect. 1 screenshot, 2 screenshots, well, whatever we can muster. That's great. Beautiful jewel rise, and as we are dropping down, so far everything looks good. I'm slightly concerned that there's a shoreline over there. I was hoping that it would be a continent, but I mean, our chances are pretty good that we will actually hit the continent, so not overly concerned. Oh, and then we are at 26, so parachutes getting deployed, and I'm slightly starting to get worried because the parachutes will slow us down significantly, and yeah. Okay. Oh, come on. Can I angle this? Come on, don't tell me you're gonna land in the water. Oh man. I'm so close, I can taste it. Come on, land on this small peninsula, please, please, please. We are slowing down. The gear will activate and another communitron will activate. I cannot bear the sight of this. Have to time warp. And now we're dropping directly down. I really don't dare to look down, guys, to be honest. Come on. Shoreline, please. Please. I'm actually thinking, oh man, we are going for the sea. Oh, this is so frustrating. Game, why do you hate me? And I've even extended the landing legs. 650 meters out. And this is of course our last impactor. Beautiful. And it's landed practically on the shoreline. I wish now I had a propeller so it could swim up to the shoreline. Seriously though. Of all that landmass, I go and I hit the shoreline. Great job, GrunfWorks. One for the books. Well, you know, guys, I will have to accept the consequence because it's my own fault. I should have calculated better. It was close, but no cigar. What can you do? So frustrating. Okay, anyway, let's see. Dress to Kerbin? No, I don't want to dress to Kerbin, and it's always makes that mistake when you go for the no insertion burn. I don't know why. So I was first looking and I didn't realize it was dress, as always. And then I realized, wait a second. I'm just looking at the ejection delta V's and it's like, oh, it's high. Add alarm and then it says dress Kerbin. What the hell? And then I realized, Joule. And the wrong orbit as well, so just reset it. So Joule, 80,000 kilometers. And to Kerbin, okay, that's more like it. So let's see, the shortest transfer time window, because I want to calculate the return for when actually our buddy REM-T will be coming back. So I want to see if I have enough time to visit another planetary body, because Vall we are not doing. We'll need a lot of Delta V to get back as well, so I'm thinking either Paul or Bob. We'll definitely land on one of these, and hopefully we would have enough Delta V to eject and return home back to Kerbin. So, but we might be a little bit tight on the fuel. So let's see. Laythe Impactor last, well, forget about it. Where is our station with REM-T? There it is. Okay, so REM-T, let's make sure that you're properly supplied with everything. And as you can see, guys, I still haven't disconnected the transfer stage because I'm using it as a, well, fuel pump, sort of. So yeah, I guess it's only makes sense to use it in that way because we have a lot of fuel on board, and it would be really a shame to not to use it. So yes, let's make sure that we do have everything we need. Dumping all the waste because we don't want excess weight on the ship. So just throwing out that poop out of the window. Just be careful not to fly through that debris cloud, REM-T. Closing the hatch, extending the solar panels, together what little sun we actually can muster here. Because if you remember, this guy doesn't have RTG, so I'm thinking BOP. But yeah, we'll see if it will be pole or BOP. I'm thinking it will be probably pole or something, because it has less inclined orbit, but doesn't really matter. Let's just do the ejection burn, and yeah, okay, somewhere around here, and rather than pole, I'm gonna probably go for BOP. Yeah, the other guy is just too inclined. And I will need to burn anyway for the ejection, so let's go to pole rather. Let's see. Make sure we point orbit prograde, get a little bit further out from the orbital dock, and free up some of my frame rate at least. Okay, and there we go. Looks decent enough. I'll obviously need to do a little bit more of fiddling when it comes to normal, anti-normal, but I guess that's something that I'm willing to live with. Okay, leaving Joule, what a beautiful sight. And making the burn. Man, that thing is green. Okay. 23, let's see, 270 meters per second. Accelerating, just making sure to get decent enough orbit, and then we will be going for the encounter, hopefully. Okay, come on. Looks good enough for me. Oh, and we have Tylo encounter. Well, I don't want Tylo, I want Paul. So I'm gonna burn a little bit more, but I'm gonna be careful not to encounter Tylo. Okay, and here I'm gonna fix the inclination, add the ascending node, probably. Let's just see, I'm just curious in terms of orbital information when we come to it. Pole, okay, 0.038 G, okay, so it's not overly high gravity, so our stopping that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I think it will be less costly to go there than to Vall, that's for sure. And besides, we will already be in high Joule orbit, which means that we will be easier to eject out of it. So yeah. That's kind of the thought process anyway. And when planning this transfer burn, I had to also take into account how much supplies REMT has on board. And that's why I'm taking fast transfers, which are not always the most efficient. Because if I just wait too long, REMT will starve, run out of snacks, and die. So yeah, benefits of tech life support, guys. Okay, coming here, gonna do the 207 meters per second burn just to make sure that we align on the orbital plane. Get into the correct inclination. 207 meters per second. So yeah, I guess we burn that away. And after that, then we have to consider getting an encounter. So that would be the next order of business. Okay, well, at least we know where we are, so... Ooh. What now? We get another encounter. I don't want another encounter. Oh, okay, so we can use actually Vall to slingshot us around and actually go to... Well, this is nice. So on the next orbit we will be encountering Paul using only Vall as a slingshot. I like the idea of it, why not? So yeah, let's come to the apoapsis and burn our 125 meters per second that we have to burn. I'm just making sure to align our craft towards the sunlight because, you know, my batteries are really... I mean, everything electric circuitry is working on the edge of their capacity, so I don't want RAM-T to run out of the electric charge just because the power input from the sun is low. Okay, doing the first slingshot and... And I'm also making sure that my construction of my Duna interplanetary ship should be done soon. Yeah, so I guess we will actually have to take that one also out to actually do some stuff. Yeah. So let's go over to the Space Center and slowly roll that one out to the landing pad because we are closing up on our Duna window and we will need to think about it. Anyway, we have some science to spend, 1079. So let's see what we can unlock for that. I'm actually thinking between these, but I don't have enough for these. And I'm actually thinking carbonite rocketry would be actually a good choice. We have to go into the carbonite anyway because I want to use refuelings. I have never yet played with the carbonite, so I'm actually hoping it will be kind of cool, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm thinking also refining because we will need to be doing refining for the carbonite. Yeah, colony construction. I think I'll go into that later. Okay, experimental adapters, refining. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go, guys, with carbonite. And yeah, we're on the 27-minute mark, so I think I'm gonna cut it here. Please like if you like the episode, hit that subscribe button for more KSP content that will be coming soon, and in the next episode I think we will be starting the preparatory launches for the Duna Interplanetary Colonizer, the one that we have featured in the special episode of the Kerbal Engineering. But until then, thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.